That damn Rana has haunted me for years. Not anymore, thanks to you. The only reason I was in that position to begin with is because of one man, The Rock.
And here comes The Rock, the People's Champ!
He stole my title at the Royal Rumble, and heading into Elimination Chamber, I was looking for revenge. Unfortunately, because of some typical Rock scheming behind the scenes, I walked away empty-handed.
We got a new champion! We got a new champion! But we don't have an official. Come on, 1, 2, 3, come on!
We need to change that. And it's going to take most of the skills you've shown so far to get here to overcome a full-on conspiracy, but I know you've got what it takes. Slingshot, take us to Elimination Chamber 2013.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Let us remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that CM Punk is not the WWE Champion. This past Monday on Raw, CM Punk stole the title from The Rock. CM Punk cannot get over the fact that he's no longer champion. Listen, he had a great run, the 6th longest in history, 434 days, but it's over.
Come on, Colt, great run? It was a legendary run.
But that doesn't give Punk any right to walk out here with the WWE title when it doesn't belong to him.
Punk's mind, the WWE Championship was stolen from him, and he's merely reclaiming possession.
Somebody explain to me why, as Punk says, Rock winning was grand larceny. Explain to me how The Rock stole the WWE Championship.
Well, according to Punk's line of thinking, Punk had Rock beat at the Royal Rumble. Then the match was restarted, only for Punk to lose in said restart.
Restarted after the Shield got involved, which was against the rules that were laid out.
Due in large part to your snitching, I might add. And you know what they say about snitches. Nobody saw anything, yet Punk wasn't taken for his word in that crucial moment. I'd call that explanation enough. One of the greatest champions of all time.
Whatever.
Whatever? That's what CM Punk's so mad about. That right there. Whatever. Show him some respect.
He's not even the champion anymore.
Well, Punk believes he should still be champion. He has a legitimate argument for that belief. But we're talking about respect, which Punk has more than earned at this point.
Now a man whose argument for being the champ actually is legitimate, the People's Champion, the real WWE Champion, The Rock.
The most electrifying man in all of entertainment, hell-bent on delivering the ass-kicking of a lifetime to the best in the world.
The Rock is as driven tonight as we've ever seen him. The Brahma Bull, a man WWE Championship.
Unfortunately for CM Punk, the mantra of boots to asses is very much on The Rock's mind tonight.
The cheers, the chants, the signs, the adulation. This is what it's all about for The Rock, the people. And The Rock is proud to be the people's champion.
Almost as proud as CM Punk is of being a real champion.
Will you just stop?
And the roar of this crowd is absolutely deafening.
Over 15,000 WWE fans are on their feet for the Brahma Bull, the People's Champion, the WWE Champion, The Rock.
An undeniable aura, despite his very deniable championship status.
The absolute delusion on display here is astounding. Almost as astounding as the reaction The Rock's getting right now to both Punk and Paul Heyman's obvious dismay.
Introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk. And his opponent from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the WWE Champion, The Rock!
Punk jaw-jacking with the official about handling his title. Newsflash, Punk, you're not the champ anymore. And here we go, an electric big fight feel in the air tonight in New Orleans. The Rock defending his WWE Championship against CM Punk, who's fully deluded himself into believing that he's still the WWE Champion.
I'd say Punk has a fairly solid argument here as both the real WWE Champion and the People's Champion.
Well, The Rock says Punk's got the ass-kicking of a lifetime coming here, and that's a lot more believable than anything Punk's got to say. CM Punk stopped that in its tracks. Rock defeated Punk for the WWE Championship back in the Royal Rumble. Now these men are in a high-pressure situation. Remember, the winner of this match is going to main event WrestleMania as the WWE Champion against John Cena. That is what this is all about.
And out of all...
Face first. Oh, set up on the Koji clutch locked in. Wrenching in the submission even tighter. We could... Trying to keep the hold on, but no, couldn't keep it locked in any longer.
Fires back with a knee across the mid-interval after that maneuver.
Ooh, snaps the leg across the head. And Paul Heyman ringside, you just know the wheels are turning in his deep. Face first. All set, and the ropes will break the hold.
He certainly wanted to keep that submission on longer.
Boom! Wobbling back up, totally checked out at the moment.
Huge kick connects. And while Punk may be delusional, he's coming into this match, coming into this entire rivalry really, as prepared as he possibly can be to counter anything out of The Rock's playbook. Punk studied The Rock both inside and outside.
First up top. And with that, Heyman looks on with glee. Uh-oh.
The official clearing the area as this match continues on.
And one thing the champion never normally has to worry about is getting disqualified. No matter how much Punk infuriates him, The Rock is sunk. About to be locked in. Here we go, guys.
And he locks in a perfectly applied sharpshooter. This is a bad spot. He's all tied up in that hold.
Testing the thresholds of pain tolerance.
One last gasp effort, and that'll do it. Oh! Discouraging situation for the People's Champion.
And Punk just continuing to ensure The Rock is unable to electrify anyone or anything as this match continues. CM Punk! Oh, nobody home for that one.
That didn't look good at all. A ringside doctor's on hand if needed.
Corey, do you sense any nerves coming from The Rock?
Yeah, just a little bit, and that's to be expected when you take long stretches between competing. But listen, there's a parallel here with the greatest boxer of all time.
On the top. Oh, with authority. Counters to gain the advantage.
Oh, what an axe handle. So important now for Punk to close this out as soon as possible. Don't give Rock any chances.
Flying crossbody from the top. And another climb. He's making a statement here.
Wants to finish this.
From the top. Oh, man, he landed rough there.
And despite being the champion, Rock has lived this past week without the title in his possession.
Yeah, you even have Paul Heyman on the internet saying, quote, possession is 9/10 of the war.
Blast off! Gets the reversal. What a counter.
Punk sidesteps out of that.
Neckbreaker.
Oh, an echoing jump.
He is looking to do some serious harm.
Oof, the snap on that arm drag.
Taking out the arm, great strategy. Put a barrage of stomps.
Kick right to the midsection.
Directly into the gut.
Headlock applied and a nice short jab to the bridge of the nose.
Picked up and being carried around now. Check your face after that one.
A hard-driven boot to the stomach there.
And the Rock gets warded off. Oh, look at this. Float over neckbreaker.
Picture perfect.
From above.
From the top. Cross body from the top.
Oof.
And it remains important to remember, Punk's been a guy who had a 434-day reign as champion. Rock has not been in the ring a ton over the past number of months, so CM Punk wants to take advantage of that.
That is such a good point. There is a callus that grows in a wrestler's body when they've been grinding day in and day out. Punk right now has a greater comfort with everything that can happen in the ring. But for The Rock, everything comes with a little extra sting, a little extra discomfort. Punk, knee in the corner, followed by a clothesline. Connects with a crushing elbow drop.
Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
Yeah, Punk's really doing everything. Oh, could this be it? Man just won the title with the champion's move.
Shoulder roll still holding on to the title.
Tried a page from the challenger's playbook, but it did not produce the desired result for the champ.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought, look out! What a crossbody!
That was absolutely unreal.
Coming in at breakneck speed.
Such a clash of top-tier talents. Both of these superstars believe they are the WWE champion. And,
well, CM Punk isn't, Wade. Stealing the gold doesn't make you a champion.
let me finish, Michael Cole. No need to get your britches in a bunch. Without a doubt, CM Punk has a champion's mentality. In his heart of hearts, he never lost the title.
Yeah, okay, whatever. And now he and Heyman have made it so there's no championship advantage for The Rock tonight. Disqualification or count out, he loses the title.
Gets back in the ring and the match continues.
Shoving him into the...
And now Punk unloading, realizes the opportunity to win the WWE title is there. Look at Heyman with the official.
Distracted the official, and the official inadvertently blindsided, followed by GTS to The Rock.
Punk is going to Mania.
But there's no official, guys.
I mean, you could have counted to 20 already. CM Punk had this match won, but with the ref down, it simply doesn't count.
Heyman is beside himself, trying to get the official into the ring. He understands that Punk had the title won.
Well, CM Punk wasting no time to try and keep up this offense on The Rock. The Rock groggy, but fighting his way out of that second attempt with a spine buster.
Listen to this place erupt.
The people's elbow from The Rock.
to secure victory. And the WWE Championship still hangs in the balance. Both competitors looking absolutely fried at this point. Who can dig deeper? Oh, no.
Oh, the referee may have rolled his ankle underneath the body of Punk, and Punk now with a kick right to the face.
Huge roundhouse kick to the temple, and the second referee now looks down and perhaps out too.
We need another official yet again.
CM Punk cannot believe what is going on in this matchup.
And Heyman going to hand the Rock's championship to Punk.
Smart decision, trying to take advantage of the situation. The officials are down. Heyman has the Rock trapped.
Oh, Rock ducking out of the way just in time. Heyman almost gets blasted, but the Rock Punk down with the gold to the skull.
CM Punk just tattooed The Rock with his own championship. This has got to be the end.
Pinning the champ. This could be over.
He kicks out at 2.
This is just fighting on pure instinct right now.
And it's The Rock with the reversal. Dodges the attack by pushing off.
Oh, what an axe handle. And you can practically taste the venom, taste the bitterness and disdain between Punk and Rock with every blow. Back and forth, both men refusing to stay down, both men refusing to let the other get the better of him. This is unbelievable what we're seeing.
Ah, look at this, just cranking it out. And now The Rock is being dismantled.
The Rock has got to get his wits about it. Boom! Getting out of harm's way.
Caught with a knee.
In the corner, has to find a way out.
Punk now looking to reap the benefits of this dominance, dragging his opponent up onto the turnbuckles. High risk, high reward. You're down. The plunge.
That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champ.
There's 2. Oh, my goodness. Punk wins. Punk just beat The Rock for the WWE Championship.
The winner of this match and the new WWE Champion, CM Punk!
And honestly, the fact that Punk just beat The Rock here, we're never going to hear the end of it. Punk can't just be humble or gracious about the fact that he won here.
A long time ago, CM Punk was forced to make a choice between hypocritical humility and honest arrogance. He chose honest arrogance, and once again, standing tall with his precious WWE Championship, CM Punk is vindicated in making that choice.
I don't know about you, but I feel a lot better. Beating The Rock and regaining the WWE title just feels right, doesn't it? Unfortunately, there's still one more stop on the 2013 Redemption Tour. After my WrestleMania 29 loss to The Undertaker, I took a few months off to heal. Paul Heyman saw this as something vindictive. He took my absence as betrayal, and before I knew it, I was being attacked by his old pal, Brock Lesnar. Brock got involved in business that wasn't his, and I knew a match with no disqualifications was my best shot to even the odds. I would have walked away with the win, but I couldn't resist getting my hands on Heyman, which gave Brock the opening he needed.
Brock Lesnar has beaten CM
was a brutal encounter. And if you keep your eye on the prize, you'll avoid taking a trip to Suplex City. Dish out some punishment to Paul if you get the chance, but walking out of SummerSlam 2013 with the win is the main goal. Don't make the same mistake I did.
The Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar, ready to face down Punk.
Being coming to the ring by Paul Heyman from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 286 pounds, Brock Lesnar!
Flanked by his devious representative Paul Heyman, the Beast incarnate is a three-time WWE champion, a 2000 college champion, a former MMA champion. We talked about this earlier tonight, Corey. You believe no disqualification will firmly favor Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar defeated one of the greatest MMA stars of all time in the Octagon. He defeated one of the biggest sports entertainment stars of all time, Triple H, inside a steel cage. So yeah, I believe no holds barred favors the Beast.
Heyman staring intently at his moneymaker. Remember, Heyman tossed Punk to the curb when CM Punk told him, "I don't want you in my business, but I want to remain friends." As soon as Punk couldn't make Heyman money, Heyman said, "See you, bye."
Well, that's just business.
Well, to Punk, it was personal. Gentlemen, it is time.
Yeah, but whose time is it, Wade?
Well, we're about to find out, because this is one of the most highly anticipated matches that I can remember in the history of WWE.
This is one of those matches, guys, where you're just proud to be here to watch it.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
You know, CM Punk, when you see him in the locker room, he's always that guy that likes to joke around. He's always loose. He's always ready to go. But today, there was a different feeling around CM Punk. The intensity was there. CM Punk was completely focused throughout the entire day because he realizes he's headed into a fight. A no disqualification fight tonight against Lesnar, a man who outweighs him by 50 pounds.
CM Punk almost defeated the undefeatable, The Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania. But this could be the biggest fight of CM Punk's life.
And let's not forget the list of injuries Brock Lesnar has given to CM Punk over the last month. He put 4 stitches into the chin of CM Punk. He caused rib injuries, a knee injury, an ankle injury as well. Brock Lesnar just feeding on Punk in recent weeks.
CM Punk asked for this. Punk wanted to take on his former best friend, Paul Heyman, and his new partner, Brock Lesnar. But if you ask me, Punk let emotions blind him here.
Yeah, it's all about vengeance for Punk against the man who betrayed him, Paul Heyman. But having to go through Brock Lesnar to do it is no simple task.
But Punk says he's not afraid of the Beast, that he can take Lesnar on no problem, that he can thrive without Heyman in his corner. This match is Punk's chance to prove that, to show he still is the best in the world.
Paul Heyman said recently that Brock Lesnar is currently in the best fighting shape of his life. And guys, that's a very frightening thought.
Consider everything Brock has been able to accomplish before now, before being at his best. The fastest rise in WWE history, the biggest title in all of MMA. CM Punk has to face breaks that down tonight. If the best in the world can take down the Beast incarnate, Punk will have definitely earned the moniker.
You can't get caught in a hailstorm like that if you want to win.
Wants to finish this.
From the top. Crossbody from the top.
Something CM Punk must do tonight is bring the going for it.
Crashing to the floor.
You can be fearless, but you also need to be smart, and that was not smart. Corey, I know earlier tonight you said a no DQ environment favors the Beast, but I think this stipulation may just be the saving grace for CM Punk this evening. If Punk can grab a hold of something at ringside, it can be an equalizer.
I will concede that if Punk can somehow keep Brock from using weapons while wielding one of his own, he will have the advantage. But consider this. Brock Lesnar now has illegal holds at his disposal. Brock Lesnar can now use his inhuman strength to swing a steel chair at CM Punk or throw Punk through a table. There's nothing more frightening to me than the idea of Brock Lesnar having no limits to his brutality.
Oh, Lesnar thrown out of the ring.
Taking this thing out onto the floor now. Something to note tonight, Brock Lesnar is dominant but beatable. He lost his return match after a decade away to John Cena. He lost to Triple H at WrestleMania earlier this year.
Well, not to disparage the game, but Triple H only won 1 of 3 matches against Brock over the last year. And as for Cena, you can bet that Lesnar is laser focused on getting revenge sooner rather than later.
Testing the limits of that leg here. Goes without saying, but a leg injury will hamper your ability to do just about anything.
The hockey stick has been retrieved. There's bound to be some high sticking. Good reflexes from him there.
Big time height on that kick.
Not a position the Beast incarnate is used to. The damage starting to pile up, courtesy of CM Punk.
That had to hurt like hell.
And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
Somehow Punk has Brock Lesnar on the back foot here. He's grabbed the steel chair, only a matter of time before he uses it.
Come on, this has gone way too far. Just stop this already. Chicken wing, underhook, suplex. And as is so often the case when a man faces Brock Lesnar, Punk finds himself taking on early attacks. Slam! Look at Lesnar. Oh, the Brock lock from the base. He's struggling to fight out of this submission, but there are no rope breaks on the outside. There's no use in him tapping.
And that is exactly the point.
The stretch muffler's in. Couple of kicks will break it. Oh, what an axe handle.
Oh, steel chairs aren't supposed to bend that way. Oh, my God.
Brock getting out of harm's way.
He'll make his way to the ring. Oh, God. And guys, Punk might have this. He's got victory in his sights with Brock in this condition.
A strong head scissors application. And now the elbows. Oof.
Brock must be phased after this string of action.
At the moment, Brock has no answer for Punk's raw determination.
From way up, diving double axe handle. Oh, my Lord. What contact. He is looking to do some serious harm.
Great thinking right there.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter.
Oh, stiff uppercut.
And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
Yeah, Punk's wearing down Lesnar with intense precision here.
He's headed up high.
From the top.
All the way down to the floor.
A gruesome landing. I don't know how you walk. Brace for impact. Here it comes. The Beast incarnate with it.
to survive and continue fighting.
And you have to think Lesnar is only going to double down on his intensity after coming so close there. Their kick finds the mark. Dropping the elbow. Setting course to the top turnbuckle.
From the top rope with the elbow drop. Punk knows he has to take his best shots at Brock Lesnar.
About to be locked in. Here we go, guys. Sharpshooter is applied.
Ruling hold to be in. Look at the contortion. Dangerous moment here.
One last gasp effort, and that'll do it.
Gets driven into the corner.
Saw it coming. It counters it.
Michael Cole takes shelter. Here comes the storm.
There's an F5 coming through.
That's it. Brock's got this. Calf kick on the money. I wasn't sure Punk could keep up with Lesnar's hits, but here we are.
Too aggressive. Oh, a merciless assault.
Gosh. And remember, guys, this is the no disqualification match. Punk looking to put it away with a GTS to Lesnar. Lesnar's down. Cover by Punk. And Heyman now gets involved. Remember, no disqualification.
Well, Heyman's already betrayed Punk once recently. Now he does it again, breaking up a sure victory for CM Punk, and now Punk has lost the plot.
Heyman looks like he's about to soil himself. It's about self-preservation for Heyman.
Self-preservation is easy when you have the Beast incarnate backing you up.
What for the F5, but what a counter by Punk into a DDT. Cover now for the win over Lesnar and a kick out.
A late kick out, and Paul Heyman can't believe it, but now straight into the Anaconda Vice grip.
Punk squeezing with all of his might, trying to put down the Beast. And Heyman again.
Well, just when it looked like a tap-out was imminent from Brock Lesnar, Heyman involved in proceedings and gets peppered with a shot from CM Punk.
And Punk now finally taking his frustrations out on Heyman with the Anaconda Vice in front of the chair.
Well, Paul Heyman paying dividends right there for Brock Lesnar. The distraction enough to give the Beast the impetus to take control once again with that chair.
Not done yet.
Lesnar won't be done until Punk is completely destroyed.
And it looks like that moment is imminent, Corey.
Punk up on Lesnar's shoulders. Brock Lesnar marching around the ring. Oh, it delivers an F5 out of the chair. And this is just the worst position Punk can be in.
Well, it just goes to show you never turn your back on the Beast incarnate.
Heyman once again proving his value, making an ultimate sacrifice for his client.
Brock with an opening to go high.
Stalking from above. Incoming.
Oh, God, terrible landing on the outside.
Taking flight only to find no What a disastrous miscalculation.
Impressive awareness from him.
Sent straight into the barricade.
Finds a counter for Lesnar.
Oh, man.
Boom! What an uppercut. Boom! And he stops that offense. He quickly slides into the ring.
Lesnar looking to bait his opponent into making a mistake.
Off the apron to the floor hard.
God, Lord, brutally swinging that steel chair.
He has truly gone to a different zone, you guys. And he is daring his opponent to face him with the steel chair. Taking things back into the ring.
Textbook snap suplex.
Struck with a calf kick.
To take a trip to Suplex City, courtesy of the Beast. To Suplex City.
CM Punk. And he kicks out of the pin and one.
This is out.
The Beast cinching it in.
Pretty timeout time. Kimura lock is in.
CM Punk on the verge of submitting. This is unreal.
I can't believe Punk may tap out. This is good luck getting out of this. I guess that's one way to do it.
The ferocity we have witnessed here tonight. The determination. Punk and Lesnar are having a battle. No, a war for the ages. Lesnar timing just right.
Face first into the chair. He's climbing the turnbuckles to the top. Looking for something.
CM Punk from the top rope.
Diving elbow.
Talk about a hard landing. Flesh connecting painfully with hard steel.
Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming.
Nails the GTS. That could end Brock's night.
Two. A kick out. I don't believe it.
Just inhuman tenacity on display from Brock Lesnar. He was basically operating on natural instinct with that kick out.
And Punk might have just swung for the fences, but it wasn't good enough. And the momentum's clearly against Brock now.
Punk is determined right now. These competitors might not have another match like this.
Looking to the pin, but was that enough?
There's two. Brock's done. CM Punk overcame the Beast, and Paul Heyman schemes.
The winner of this match, CM Punk!
What a moment for CM Punk, proving the doubters, proving Paul Heyman wrong. On his own, with no one backing him up, CM Punk is still the best in the world.
Not even a beast can stand in his way. Defeating Lesnar, showing up Heyman. This is the ultimate moment of vindication for CM Punk. Enjoy it, Punk.
When I returned to WWE, I knew not everyone was going to be thrilled. Drew McIntyre made it clear to everyone watching that he was one of those people with an axe to grind. I don't know, maybe it's jealousy that I could be gone for over a decade and still have fans talking about me while he was on top. But then at the 2024 Royal Rumble, Drew nearly took it all away when his future shock DDT tore my tricep. So instead of competing at WrestleMania, I had to sit and watch. But I still managed to get involved.
Punk just dropped McIntyre on the table.
And then again at Clash in the Castle.
Oh my God!
Bang, ruining Drew's cash-in.
Punk with the title to the face of McIntyre.
Good times. But I was finally cleared to return to action shortly after, and now we could finally settle things in the ring. SummerSlam saw him victorious after some truly atrocious officiating from Seth Rollins, but I'd get my payback at Bash in Berlin when I beat him in a grueling strap match. That put the series at 1-1, with both of us looking to attack the other whenever possible. Now this chaos led to one feasible outcome. It was time for us to go to hell in a cell. Beating Drew at Hell in a Cell was brutal, exhausting, and probably took years off of my life. But getting my arm raised was all worth it. Let's go back to that night, Bad Blood 2024. Get Drew in the cell, and let's show him that you can say whatever you want to about me, but when you bring a man's dog into things, that's a line you do not cross.
Drew McIntyre steps inside Hell for the third time in his career.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 275 pounds, Drew McIntyre!
He's yet to win this matchup. Most notably, he lost the WWE Championship to Randy Orton in the cell 4 years ago. Tonight, Drew McIntyre hopes to end that losing streak and CM Punk's career. You know, Corey, another interesting statistic. Drew McIntyre made his premium live event debut 15 years and 1 day ago. Ironically, in the Hell in a Cell premium live event. Oh, how Drew McIntyre has come so far from that day.
It has been a complete transformation since those days. This is a vengeful Scottish psychopath before us now, and I don't think anyone has given reason for Drew's wrath more than CM Punk.
It was 27 years ago to the day in St. Louis when the Hell in a Cell structure first surrounded the ring. The Undertaker faced Shawn Michaels in an epic battle. Since that night, Hell in a Cell has made history.
It's made history while simultaneously tearing flesh, shattering bodies, ending careers, and altering lives.
You can see by the look in McIntyre's eyes, he has one mission here tonight: to end CM Punk for good.
Corey, CM Punk in his career is 2-2 in Hell in a Cell matches, but this is his first time in the cell in nearly 11 years. Right here in Atlanta, CM Punk actually had a Hell in a Cell match and walked out victorious.
Yeah, but with all the disdain between Punk and McIntyre, I will be surprised to see anybody walking out of this structure in one piece tonight.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And there's really no room to mince words. These men want to end each other's careers. They want to maim each other. They want to send each other to the hospital.
Well, if sending your opponent to the emergency room is the prime objective, I can't think of a more suitable setting. Punk has to tap into that side of himself tonight if he wants to walk out of the cell, or out of Atlanta at all. He said that Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
McIntyre said earlier, this is not going to be a classic. This is not going to be cinema. This is going to be mutually assured destruction.
Hate is a word we don't use a lot around WWE because there's a certain amount of respect between most competitors. But there is no other word I can use to describe what CM Punk and Drew McIntyre have for each other.
These two have vowed to destroy each other, to end each other's careers here in Hell in a Cell.
The final match in an epic trilogy. I don't know if either of them is going to be able to survive tonight.
It all began last November with the return of CM Punk. And that ticked off a lot of superstars, including Drew McIntyre, who believed Punk wanted to kill this business. Shoulders down, Penny in predicament.
He thought he did more damage than he actually did.
Boom! Persistent barrage.
That was a vicious display. You can almost see the disdain in their eyes.
Boom! The reversal. He saw that coming.
He's in his clutches.
Oh, my God. Absolutely sent flying.
An example of what makes the Scottish Warrior so ruthless in every sense of the word. We've had the opportunity to talk to some of the legends who have been in Hell in a Cell over the years. You ask a guy like The Undertaker, Wade, who's been inside this structure 14 times in his career. Every time he left, he was never the same.
That in and of itself is nothing short of miraculous. I doubt that record will ever be topped.
And how long can you last? How deep can you dig? How long will you be locked in this structure? You ask guys. Triple H and Shawn Michaels had the longest ever Hell in a Cell match in over 47 minutes. The Punk and McIntyre go longer than that tonight. Early in this match, and these two have already unleashed some pretty heavy artillery on each other with no signs of relenting.
With the amount of absolutely visceral hate Punk and Drew have for each other, I think this match is going to need to be stopped before either of these men give up.
Sliding back in under the ropes here.
Hard punch.
This is not wholly unfamiliar territory, psychologically speaking, for CM Punk. If you look back to Punk's career, once upon a time, he admitted in order to destroy the monsters of the world, he himself must become a monster. He said Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
Punk has said this is not the man he wants to be, but Drew McIntyre has taken him to that place. And it's the devil Punk needs to tap into if he wants to walk out of the Hell in a Cell. From above!
Up high. Able to capitalize on McIntyre's mistake. Looking stunned here, guys. Catches the kick.
Reversals, reversals, and more reversals.
Big knee lift. And a short clothesline.
A little cockiness here from Punk.
This crowd is learning, along with Drew McIntyre, that the inside of CM Punk's head is a scary, scary place. A strong head scissors application. And now the elbows. Oof.
And any one of those shots could take you out for good.
Oh, that's a chop you don't want to be on the receiving end of.
McIntyre is being neutralized.
Punk's finding the will to turn the tides inside the cell. He's got McIntyre reeling.
Avoided any damage there.
Oh, brutal forearm.
All right, here we go. This is raw power. Way up and down hard.
You have to question what kind of malintent is behind a power bomb with that much force.
Point of the elbow finds the mark.
Caught in a bad spot.
Oh my goodness, this will not end well.
A gorilla press right into the side of the saddle. Landing the uppercut. And Punk making his way back to the ring.
Cracked with a Mongolian chop. Connected hard with the calf kick.
Punk scaling the turnbuckles.
Making a hasty retreat to the outside. Some may consider this
From way up, double axe handle connects.
Whoa. Corey, you probably know CM Punk better than any of us. You've seen Punk. You've seen the good and the bad side of this man.
Yeah, but even myself, I don't know what Punk is truly capable of. I've never been trapped inside Hell in a Cell with CM Punk. Listen, this may not be the man CM Punk wants to be, but this is who CM Punk has been.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
go to sleep.
Can that finish McIntyre?
What a counter! McIntyre reversing the momentum.
Now's a chance for McIntyre to get back into this match.
Picks him up. Spine buster!
Beautiful. Right into the cover.
A defiant kick out after one.
It might be stubbornness or it might be lunacy, but he's refusing to stay down here.
Just launched his opponent.
Overhead belly to belly.
It's never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring with CM Punk. McIntyre has made it abundantly clear he wants to end Punk's career, ruin Punk's life tonight.
And Punk looks like he wants to do the same to McIntyre.
Listen, Punk said, despite the best efforts of my family to stop me from going into this matchup, he says, I can't afford a Hell in a Cell match at this point in my career, but if this means the end of my career, so be it, because I have to end Drew McIntyre.
Well, that just speaks volumes to how deeply under the skin of CM Punk, McIntyre. CM Punk looking to end things here.
Boom! GTS. It's all Punk's for the taking.
Looking to explore every inch of hell here now.
Looks like the road crew left some tools under the ring, and it's going to get used again.
Drew anticipated that one. This fight will not go down as a 5-star wrestling classic, that is for sure. These men want to punish and maim one another.
Limit
Claymore connects.
That could be Punk's demise.
shoulders are down.
We have just witnessed next-level grit, resilience, and even more so, defiance. How do you stop that?
And now McIntyre is at a loss as his mind races to rethink his attack. McIntyre, future shock.
And shifting over for the cover.
2 count, a kick out at 2.
Color me impressed. I have no idea how he managed to kick out at this point.
Punk and McIntyre might be setting a whole new standard of brutality in this business.
Fighting like there is no tomorrow because for one of these men...
And Punk now looking for the pinfall. CM Punk survives hell.
Here is your winner, CM
This is the final match in what has already been a brutal series between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. This is the 53rd match in history being settled inside this 20-foot-high steel structure.
This is the only place it could have ended between these two. Drew has vowed to destroy the man who taught him how to hate. Punk knows in order to destroy the monster, he has to become a monster.
Torturing the knee with that attack.
This is not wholly unfamiliar territory, psychologically speaking, for CM Punk. If you look back to Punk's career, once upon a time, he admitted in order to destroy the monsters of the world, he himself must become a monster. He said Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
Punk has said this is not the man he wants to be, but Drew McIntyre has taken him to that place. And it's the devil Punk needs to tap into if he wants to walk out of the Hell in a Cell.
Driven down face first.
Counter McIntyre.
A bone-rattling knee. We've had the opportunity to talk to some of the legends who have been in Hell in a Cell over the years. You ask a guy like The Undertaker, Wade, who's been up high. Boom!
He connects with a counter.
An example of what makes the Scottish Warrior so ruthless in every sense of the word. Yeah, and that can be a building block for McIntyre to build upon.
Just stomping right into the face. Early in this match. On his trap, crossface submission, will they tap?
Solid grip on this hold, not letting go anytime soon.
Agonizing to be in the submission.
His arm's trapped in the crossface, but he's able to shift his weight and now fighting his way out.
What resilience.
Bam, well-placed calf kick.
It all began last November with the return of CM Punk, and that ticked off a lot of superstars, including Drew McIntyre, who believed Punk wanted to kill this business. And CM Punk had no business being back in WWE. The company had buried for a decade. And that has driven us to tonight, in the final match in this trilogy between Punk and McIntyre.
From the top, double axe handle connects.
Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Punk finding the will to turn the tides inside the cell. He's got McIntyre reeling.
Corey, you probably know CM Punk better than any of us. You've seen Punk. You've seen the good and the bad side of this man.
Yeah, but even myself, I don't know what Punk is truly capable of. I've never been trapped inside Hell in a Cell with CM Punk. Listen, this may not be the man CM Punk wants to be, but this is who CM Punk has been. Who CM Punk is in his heart. No fear, no hope. Fight tonight like there's no tomorrow for the win.
And they count stop short of 2.
You expect these pins to last much longer at this stage in the match. CM Punk doesn't know where he is.
Makes the cover. You've got to be kidding me.
Just barely more than one. What on earth are we witnessing?
McIntyre won't lose focus, though. He's got to remain as sharp as he was a few moments ago.
Take off. Big clothesline.
He's going outside to regroup, to catch his wind a little bit. He is going to a dark place, picking up a sledgehammer like that.
Good God, what force. The hammer dropped. Literally. Something might be broken. This is certainly an effective use of a foreign object.
Great in-ring IQ on display there.
It's never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring with CM Punk. McIntyre has made it abundantly... Oh, look out. It's on now.
Ooh. This is more like a ballroom brawl between these two.
Neither competitor is backing down.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
What impressive determination from both competitors. Keeping at each other no matter what.
Ooh. Bam. Oh, kick connected right on target. CM Punk hoists his opponent. Go to sleep.
Now CM Punk needs to end this.
And right into the cover.
Might end this. Absolute defiance from the Highlander. McIntyre finding a way out of the pinfall.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count. Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell. He gets into the ring.
Serves him right for running his mouth. This fight will not go down as a 5-star wrestling classic, that is for sure. These men want to punish and maim one another.
Limited only by the confines of the cell and their own imaginations.
Very few men are ever the same when they walk out of this structure.
Punk and McIntyre might be setting a whole new standard of brutality in this business.
Fighting like there is no tomorrow because for one of these men, there might not be.
Letting out every ounce of frustration and rage and then some. Ooh, what? Wasn't expecting that.
What an axe handle. McIntyre is getting dismantled.
McIntyre tempted the devil inside the Second City Saints, and he's paying for it now. Butterfly backbreaker.
Looking to take it to the air now.
From the top rope. Elbow drop to the heart. Punk has McIntyre on Dream Street right now.
Punk's had enough. He's looking to end this here.
Go to sleep. GTS from Punk.
The lights are dimming for McIntyre.
Just trying to pound their opponent into the ground even further. And CM Punk is in control.
Yeah, Punk able to completely neutralize McIntyre here.
Oh, a crushing blow from that sledgehammer. This is just turning into a savage display of violence. And you notice the black armband on the left bicep of McIntyre. He told us he was wearing that tonight because this was Punk's funeral. He was wearing black out of, quote, respect for CM Punk.
McIntyre also wanted to offer his apologies in advance for what he does to the straight-edge superstar.
Certainly a master stroke of mind games. We'll find out if Drew McIntyre can do. About to be locked in. Here we go, guys. Sharpshooter, Scorpion Deathlock, call it what you will. It's locked in now, and you can just see the look of pain and desperation on their face now.
One last gasp effort, and that'll do it. McIntyre must be getting phased by this attack.
Rarely do we see Drew get disassembled.
Uranagi by Punk. He turns it
Into the Anaconda Vice. This one could be over.
That's hooked in deep. Is he going to tap here?
I don't know how long he can hold on. This looks absolutely agonizing.
And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
McIntyre turned.
Now a takedown into a small package, tightly hooked.
He breaks the ref's count after one.
You've got to be kidding me. How was he able to kick out at this point? And these two are absolutely blowing the roof off this place, as well as tearing each other apart. What a true battle of wills we are witnessing.
Giving each other everything they've got and then some, having a match to remember, and it's not even over yet. Boom!
Driven.
Oh, a spear right through the cell wall!
Nasty turn of events for him, colliding with the cell wall, only to see it break from its hinges.
Oh, man.
Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Punk is proving hard to deal with.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring. Drew with bad intentions here.
Down hard with the Michinoku driver.
The Scottish Warrior thinking about the end. The countdown's on.
Stops that offense from connecting. Punk missed with a wrench and a low blow by McIntyre.
It's completely legal. It is distasteful, but it's highly effective, and all the wind knocked out of Punk's sails.
Who cares about being tasteful when you're locked inside of Hell in a Cell, Wade? Drew McIntyre came here to destroy Punk once and for all.
And now McIntyre going to introduce the steel steps into this matchup. The Scottish Warrior, this Terminator, just destroying Punk.
Well, you wanted hell, Punk? You're getting hell. You are locked in there, no escape, and your demise may be imminent.
Punk trying to summon the will to continue, and what does McIntyre have inside of that little bag, gentlemen?
I can only imagine what this sicko has in mind.
The Scottish psychopath cooking up something dastardly, no doubt.
Oh my God, the disrespect.
Adding insult to injury.
Those are the beads of Punk's bracelet.
We're the beads of Punk's bracelet. And McIntyre now looking to just finally put Punk away. No!
McIntyre might have just broken his back.
Oh, God, the sharp edge of that steel digging in to the lower back of McIntyre, who may be crippled. And now with the upper hand is CM Punk.
This is one of the most brutal matches I've ever witnessed inside Hell in a Cell.
Punk trying to shove those beads down McIntyre's throat. Here it comes, the end.
GTS connects. Cover off the go to sleep by Punk. And he got him. What a win, what a match.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
CM Punk earned this victory.
Such a drawn-out, heated rivalry, but finally conquering McIntyre is CM Punk.
For as clear as Drew made it that he was not happy to have me back, it was nothing in comparison to the noise generated about me by the constant thorn in my side, Seth.
Enjoy the show.
Much like Drew, Rollins had a bit of a tantrum when I walked through that curtain at Survivor Series after nearly 10 years away from WWE. I knew we were on a collision course. After Hell in a Cell, I took a little time to heal. Once I felt good, a special request from Paul Heyman led me to joining the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series to help Roman Reigns in his quest to dismantle the new Bloodline. Once that was settled, I focused solely on Seth. We were set to battle at the first Raw of 2025, and after waiting a decade for this opportunity, I certainly wasn't going to let anything go wrong. So let's go back to January 2025, the start of a new era, and beat Seth Rollins in front of the entire world.
Seth freaking Rollins is motivated as we've ever seen him. This is personal.
The people are singing Rollins' song. This is Rollins' battle cry as he heads to war with CM Punk.
225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins!
Ladies and gentlemen, over 20 years ago, Seth Rollins got in a car and drove from Iowa to the East Coast to try out for CM Punk's training school. He redefined himself in his craft. Rollins and Punk would reunite briefly in NXT, and then the Shield would become mercenaries for Punk. And Punk would leave WWE for personal and professional reasons. Talk negatively about WWE, while Rollins carried WWE on his back for a decade. CM Punk would return to WWE 14 months ago to huge fanfare, the support of the fans and many in the back, and that didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight. Seth freaking Rollins versus a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk.
And this capacity crowd just exploded. They know exactly what time it is.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And this is CM Punk's first singles match since October, since that brutal Hell in a Cell match against Drew McIntyre. It's Punk's first match on Monday Night Raw, period, since 2014.
Seth Rollins prides himself on being the absolute workhorse of WWE. You have to imagine he sees that as a point in his favor here, a clear advantage he has over Punk.
CM Punk and Seth Rollins, two men who are completely beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent, their work ethic, and their passion and drive.
But as similar as they are in those respects, where they have diverged has become a point of contention between both of them, which has brought us to this point in the main event of a historic Monday Night Raw.
A magical feeling in the air as Seth freaking Rollins faces off against a man who's become his arch nemesis, CM Punk. Two men who are beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent and work ethic.
However, there is absolutely no love lost between these two men. Two absolute legends in their own right, but where Rollins carried this company for the past...
Down running to the schoolboy, shoulders are down.
Rope break, stop the pin.
This is where awareness really pays off in the ring.
Gentlemen, here's an astonishing fact. This is CM Punk's first match on Raw in almost 11 years.
The last time Punk competed on WWE's flagship show, it was a week before the 2014 Royal Rumble. Look at this!
Impressive reversal on Rollins.
Seth turns that away. On a well-placed calf kick there.
Calf kick on the money.
Rollins has to be seeing red now. He is not performing to expectations thus far against Punk.
Rollins getting worked on here.
And CM Punk is keeping the pressure on, completely taking it to Rollins here. Just welting the back with those laces. CM Punk turning his attention to the WWE Universe now.
We could see a count out here.
No. What a crossbody.
A roll of the dice, and it pays off in full.
CM Punk has been very public about the many injuries that Rollins has suffered over the years. He'll no doubt be looking to target those areas tonight.
Rollins' neck, his lower back, that surgically repaired knee. Look, you can even see the brace. There's no doubt that Rollins is something of a moving target tonight, at least in Punk's eyes. But Rollins can target Punk, too. Don't forget about that triceps injury from last year, because Rollins definitely has it.
Where's Rollins going to go from here? Oh, my!
With a Falcon Arrow. Punk famously said the night after he returned to WWE, quote, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." He said he doesn't care what others think of him anymore, and he's proven it true thus far.
That may be true, Corey. A master on the microphone like Punk. Oh, perhaps he should have been paying more attention.
Countering that offense.
Out of the ring goes Seth.
Exiting the ring, taking the action outside.
Using that barricade with great effect.
Amazing action so far in the main event of an historic episode of Monday Night Raw. We've seen so many unforgettable moments tonight as the show makes its debut on the biggest streaming service in the world.
And I can think of no matchup more worthy of this show's main event than two generational talents in the form of CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins.
Given the major stakes in this match and the high-profile nature of this event, I expect a lot of leeway from the official in this match. Nobody wants to see this one end in a count-out or disqualification.
Crashing down hard.
This rivalry has been brewing for years and escalating for months. Rollins was seething upon Punk's return at Survivor Series 2023, remembering the years that Punk spent disparaging WWE.
And the tensions grew when Rollins was a special guest referee at SummerSlam last year, counting the pinfall victory for Drew McIntyre over Punk.
Both men with ample reason to despise the other. Now Punk and Rollins finally get to take out all their frustration tonight. Fighting amongst the WWE Universe, this can go all sorts of sideways.
Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the official's count.
Ooh, using the sharp point of the elbow. Oh!
That's what I love about WWE. There's no telling where the matches will go.
He wriggles out of the danger zone there.
Oh, look at this. Oh, kicks.
Capped off with a big one.
You've always got to be on your toes in WWE, even if you're in the crowd. Followed up with a lariat.
CM Punk had suffered some injuries since his return. In fact, he tore his tricep at the Royal Rumble a year ago and was out of action for over 6 months. Punk says that... Survivor Series 2023. The utter dismay on the face of Rollins when CM Punk returned, when hell froze over. These emotions have been building up inside Seth Rollins for the last 14 months.
Seth Rollins says he's fighting for this company, says he couldn't believe that CM Punk verbally tried to tear this place down over the 10 years that he was gone, only to be embraced the way he was when he returned.
Tonight, Rollins intends on extracting this demon from his soul and WWE altogether. Amazing action so far in the main event of an historic episode of Monday Night Raw. We've seen so many unforgettable moments tonight as the show makes its debut on the biggest streaming service in the world.
And I can think of no matchup more worthy of this show's main event than two generational talents in the form of CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins.
Given the major stakes in this match, going big here.
Shot cross body.
Making that type of athleticism look easy when it is anything but.
CM Punk has been very public about the many injuries that Rollins has suffered over the years. He'll no doubt be looking to target those areas tonight.
Rollins' neck, his lower back, that surgically repaired knee. Look, you can even see the brace. There's no doubt that Rollins is something of a moving target tonight, at least in Punk's eyes. But Rollins can target Punk too. Don't forget about that triceps injury from last year, because Rollins definitely has it. Punk famously said the night after he
Rollins did it. Seth Rollins just beat CM Punk. A magical feeling in the air as Seth freaking Rollins faces off against a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk. Two men are adored by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent and work ethic.
However, there is absolutely no love lost between these two men. Two absolute legends in their own right, but where Rollins carried this company for the past 10 years, Punk went to MMA. He went to other companies and he talked harshly about WWE, all before being welcomed back with open arms.
Yeah, they really didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight. CM Punk has been very public about the many injuries that Rollins has suffered over the years. He'll no doubt be looking to target those areas tonight.
Rollins' neck, his lower back, that surgically repaired knee. Look, you can even see the brace. There's no doubt that Rollins is something of a moving target tonight, at least in Punk's eyes. But Rollins can target Punk too. Don't forget about that triceps injury from last year, because Rollins definitely has it.
If Seth freaking Rollins wants to finally earn a high-profile victory over CM Punk, he's going to have to do everything in his power to resist Punk's mind games.
Oh, I agree with that sentiment, Wade, but come on. Let's not pretend that Punk's immune to the psychological attacks the Architect is capable of.
Indeed, guys, Rollins and Punk are two masters at getting under the skin of their opponents. The big question is, who can execute on their plans first?
Brutal club.
Solid bit of defense on his part there.
Seth losing any command of this match.
Yeah, not going blow for blow, each one getting stiffer.
Back and forth, neither one giving up any ground.
Blow after blow, test of endurance at this point. Just emptying everything they've got now. Barely anything left, but still slugging away. Oh, man. This has turned into a violent game of chicken. Who's going to step up? This has turned into an all-out Donnybrook now. Oh, and there's the piece de resistance. What's it going to take to end it? It might be this. Down with a GTS. Isn't enough for Punk? Rollins steers clear of that.
This rivalry has been brewing for years and escalating for months. Rollins was seething upon Punk's return in Survivor Series 2023, remembering the years that Punk spent disparaging WWE.
And the tensions grew when Rollins was a special guest referee at SummerSlam last year, counting the pinfall victory for Drew McIntyre over Punk.
Both men with ample reason to despise the other. Now Punk and Rollins finally get to take out all their frustration tonight. And look at this, Punk about to be trapped in a bad situation.
Perfectly executed submission hold, locked in deep.
And he very quickly counters. Amazing action so far in the main event of an historic episode of Monday Night Raw. We've seen so many unforgettable moments tonight as the show makes its debut on the biggest streaming service in the world.
And I can think of no matchup more worthy of this show's main... Rollins has the target acquired. Catches a kick to the face. From the outside.
Springboard misses the target.
Time to go for... Oh, saw it coming and got an elbow for their trouble. Pedigree.
That patented high cover.
Late in the match. That's gotta be it. A long 2.5 in the waning moments of this match.
Here's the cover, is it enough? Oh.
Wait, look at the feet. The feet are on the ropes. No time to waste being shocked. You've got to maintain pressure.
Rollins now.
Bang! What a knee.
Gentlemen, here's an astonishing fact. This is CM Punk's first match on Raw in almost 11 years.
The last time Punk competed on WWE's flagship show, it was a week before the 2014 Royal Rumble. And in a little more than 4 weeks, both men will take part in the 2025 Royal Rumble with the aim to earn a main event spot at WrestleMania 41.
I'd say either of these men has a good chance at claiming a main event spot at WrestleMania if they don't destroy each other first.
Corey, I don't have my notes handy. Who did Punk last face on Raw?
It says here he now works with office supplies.
The visionary, the revolutionary, the architect, Seth Rollins, the Second City Saint, the voice of the voiceless, the ever-controversial CM Punk. A match years in the making has come down to this. Two men, both five-time world champions, physically exhausted, but refusing to relent, refusing to allow the other to take advantage of their exhaustion.
Man, well-placed calf kick. Punk famously said the night after he returned to WWE, quote, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." He said he doesn't care what others think of him anymore, and he's proven it true thus far.
That may be true, Corey. A master on the microphone like Punk doesn't often let words of others get to him, but certain actions can still set this man off. Of that, I am sure.
Indeed, we saw Punk lash out at Drew McIntyre recently when the Scottish Warrior stole the bracelet given to Punk by one of his biggest fans that bears the name of Punk's wife and their dog. If Rollins can find something similar to set Punk off, it could give him the mental advantage tonight.
Oh, colliding with a barricade.
And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
And CM Punk is keeping the pressure on, completely taking it to Rollins here.
Don't know what the plan is here.
Oh, you know, just mingling with the people.
Entering the crowd, this could get out of control.
Uppercut right on target.
Surrounded by the WWE Universe.
Nowhere better to settle your differences, Cole.
Really needs to take this back to the ring ASAP. The referee's not playing around.
Opponent lifted.
And Punk gets countered there. Rollins showing how much punishment he can withstand before getting his own offense in.
Rollins tipping the scales a bit here.
And slides back into the ring. Rollins can't find any reprieve right now.
Punk is determined right now.
Forced to the outside. Not a good predicament to be in. Into the barricade.
Doing a little exploring right now.
Getting up close and personal with the WWE Universe. And the counter from Rollins. He finally found a way to bring things to a halt here.
But will that prove to be the chance he needs in this match?
Carried in a jeopardizing position here.
Driven into the barricade, spine first.
All out of sorts. He won't see this coming at all.
Misses the target.
Ducks out of harm's way.
Each athlete finding an answer for everything thrown at them.
Ooh, and fights back.
Rollins with a head of steam. Big air. The stomp connects.
Will that close Punk out?
Seth Rollins, CM Punk. These two men, two absolute titans in this industry.
Rollins goes into the cover. This could do it. Rollins did it. Seth Rollins just beat CM Punk.
Here is your winner, Seth Rollins.
This has to be pure vindication for Seth Rollins. He beat Punk, extracted the demon, so to speak, And now he can move on, knowing who the true best in the world is.
Well, if you really think Rollins is going to move on, I got to bridge this, sell you. Even with this win to lord over Punk, Rollins' work won't truly be done until CM Punk is completely out of WWE, out of pro wrestling in general. This was one hell of a win for Rollins, but he's not done yet. Not by a long...